So good morning, welcome to the AM News now. A 23-year-old man suspected to be a member of a syndicate which has been circulating nude pictures of people for blackmail has been arrested by the police in Kumasi. Desmond Atipo was arrested by some youth at a hotel at Kronum near Kumasi following an alert by a female target who had feigned interest in his demand for sex. Here's Kwesi Debra's report.
The IT student and his unidentified accomplices are alleged to have circulated nude pictures of over a dozen women on social media. The latest targeted victim tells Joy News she accepted a friendship request on Facebook 2 weeks ago from Desmond with a Caucasian male display picture. She gave out her number to the supposed new friend on request. Later, the lady received another request from a Ghanaian male who turned out to be Desmond, proposing love. When the lady turned him down, he sent her what now appears to be doctored nude picture bearing the woman's head. Desmond then demanded she pay 800 Ghana cedis or give in to sex, threatened to circulate her supposed nude photo if she fails to succumb to either option. The lady opted for a sexual encounter with Desmond, for which he arranged to meet her at a guest house at Kronum.
Is on the chat to Facebook. And I do me or send me friend request. I may idea. Or I also may find me contact a man. Now the man. And commodity de man way out to so pay me. Nam say, oh, me dating thing. I said you meet me night day.
2 weeks ago, I accepted a friend request on Facebook, she says, and he requested my number. He told me right away he loves me, but I told him I'm dating. He sent me a nude picture bearing my head. He said it's either I send him 800 cedis or have sex with him, else he leaks the pictures on social media on 9th May.
9th May, Tuesday, that was Tuesday. Obeli keep pictures, no? Social media, or better me Facebook, WhatsApp, obe make sure say WhatsApp group I'm joining near the ding na or the begu me time I'm obegu me ni masekwa. So only me din komo question me cousin say me miniska bi amede dey. Me dey man after the Korea and say miniska dey and 2 options. Me 800 ne man me nya or ne me beda na atika. And also my auntie say me ne me twen nti chia me hu say still a onya boni obedi no. Na me tell say scan dey me nya bi nti o dey one me beda na ntika. Before I was medical church, much in Pabibri. I may be Mama my dream. Me fuck anyways.
As part of the plan to trap Desmond, the lady complained of thirst, for which she rushed out of a hotel room to buy water for her. A group of youth, which had been placed on alert, arrested and hauled him to the Hinkro police station in the Fija Kwabre district. Station officer Inspector Pepraswa says investigation has begun into the matter.
Now, various types of vegetable oil produced right here in Ghana have the potential to manage diabetes in humans. That's according to scientists at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology following a successful experiment on mice. Here's another report filed by Kwesi Debra.
The Diabetes Center of the Komfo-Anokye Teaching Hospital is one of the biggest referral centers in Ghana. Hundreds of thousands of patients visit the facility every year. According to the International Diabetes Federation, 450,000 Ghanaians are living with diabetes. A report released in 2015 indicated 75% of cases remain undiagnosed, exposing infected persons to greater danger of complications. The report also estimates the number is likely to hit 820,000 by 2035 due to aging and growing population. Yao Usukoko has endured diabetes for 41 years. He was diagnosed with the condition whilst at the university in Nigeria. I take my drugs before 7 and I go for injection and eat after 30 minutes. It's costly. I spend 120 Ghana cedis every 2 weeks. Together with other drugs, I spend over 400 Ghana cedis every month. 1.2. A research on a financial analysis of diabetes cost in 4 clinics was published in 2015. Average annual financial cost of managing one diabetic case at the clinic is estimated at 540 Ghana cedis or $372. Farm Ernest Atukwekwe is a lead researcher.
As of 2009, the average cost of treating one diabetes patient for the year was 540 Ghana cedis. At the time, the dollar was 1.45. So converting to international units, it turned out to be 372.65 USD. So assuming that we want to look at the cedi equivalent of this figure today, we are talking about 1,006 Ghana cedis, factoring inflation and all that. So that was the major finding. The other thing that came up was that treating diabetes itself was not expensive. It was around 262 Ghana cedis. But what made it very expensive was the presence of complications, which made it 571 on the average per year. It is also interesting to note that the type 1 is more expensive. For the year, you have 906 Ghana cedis, and then the type 2 was 502. All these figures are for the year 2009. If you want to look at the 2017 figures, with the premises I gave you in terms of the dollar conversion, then we are talking about 777 for diabetes without complication, almost 1,700 for diabetes with complication. And then for type 1 diabetes, you are talking about 2,688 Ghana cedis. And then for the type 2 diabetes, you are talking about 1,491.
Now, close to 2 million Ghana cedis has been raised from the first Focus fundraising. This is out of the initial target of some 5 million cedis needed to assist 100 children to undergo surgery to correct defects on their spines. Addressing donors at a maiden fundraising dinner on Saturday, the special guest of honor, former President John Agyekum Kufuor, expressed confidence in the work of Professor Oheniba Boakye and his team of medical officers at Focus, urging support for private sector initiatives.
In attendance were some members of the diplomatic corps, ministers of states, members of parliament, philanthropists, corporate institutions, and some patients. Recounting his experience as a patient at Focus, former President John Agyekum Kufuor emphasized the need to believe and encourage the Ghanaian in every sphere of life so as to advance the development the country so desires.
We should know that government by itself cannot do it all. In any case, if the government should try to spoon-feed the community, then people would go lazy. They would expect everything to be done for them. But that's not how you build a society. You should encourage people to do things for themselves. And so policy should be to encourage people like Oheniba Boakye with incentives to do things, because when Boakye creates, look at Focus for instance, it is engaging doctors, nurses, paramedics, laborers, everybody. And with the employment Focus generates, it is helping spread the wealth, for people to live in dignity. So government policy should be to help the private sector, because when the private sector grows here in this country, it is wealth being generated in the country for the people at large.
Chief Executive Officer and founder of Focus Orthopedics Hospital, Professor Oheniba Boakye, appealed to all and sundry to let their God-given talents be of enormous benefit to the society.
In the Bible it is said, every valley shall be exalted, and every mountain and hill shall be made low, and the crooked shall be made straight, and the rough places plain. This verse in many ways motivates and inspires the mission and the work of Focus. We consider ourselves as God's instruments in this world and are sharing our God-given talents to straighten up people who are unfortunately suffering from physical deformity.
Unibank made the highest donation with a sum of 1 million Ghana cedis. Others also bid highly for items auctioned on the 9th, all in support of the Focus Endowment Fund. Highlight musician Bisakede was the guest artist of the 9th.
Assembly members of the South Dai district of the Volta region have rejected the appointment of Ella Boateng as chief executive of the area. More than half of the voters prevented the retired educationist from clinching victory, a reflection of the strong opposition that had greeted her nomination.
A concerned youth group of South Dai strongly protested Ella Boateng's nomination with claims she is a staunch member of the opposition National Democratic Congress. The group projected one Ernest Patrick Mallet as their preferred choice, whilst appealing to the president to revoke Ella Boateng's nomination. Thus prompted the MP for South Dai, Roxanne Dafiamekpo, to ask the supposed preferred candidate to publicly deny his involvement in Ella Boateng's rejection.
In the press conference, the prepared speech that they read, they said clearly that Madam Ella should be taken out. The president should disappoint her and appoint a particular person called Mallet. That was their insistence at the press conference. And we are saying that nobody has the right to dictate to the president. You know, in the same vein, it is possible that if the president appoints that Mallet, another section of the constituency will also say that we don't want Mallet. So we cannot allow the actions of just a few, just a select few. There were about 10 persons who did that press conference that day for their views or their expectations to supersede the expectations of about 70,000 general population of South Dai.
The Deputy Volta Regional Minister, Maxwell Blagoji, who monitored proceedings, indicated he would inform the presidency of the outcome, adding Ella Boateng might be renominated.
I'm not the final authority. I'll carry this message back to my boss, the regional minister, who will relate to the presidency, and we'll get back to you. The nominee has been rejected by the assembly, and she also has another opportunity to be represented back to you again for consideration. Another person should be considered. We'll get back to you.
Out of 25 municipal district chief executive nominees in the Volta region, 11 have been approved, while 7 have been rejected. Fred Kwame Asare's report for Joy News.
And that's it for the AM News. Stay with me right here on the AM show. I'll come back with the newspapers and I'll tell you a lot more to expect here on the show.